Sorry for the vocal fry, I am very sick right now. In my god roll guide video, I kind of cast this gun away, assuming that it's bad without even really testing it. Luckily, a few commenters saw the potential error in my ways and pointed it out, so after some grinding, it was a lot of grinding. Pit RNG was not on my side. I got what I consider to be the god roll on this thing, and I want to do some testing. I will be testing it against the only other Void LFR that I think comes close to beating it out. I looked into other Void LFRs, of which there are 4. The Crooked Fang 4FR from Forsaken Era, which had its last update in Season 4. The Threaded Needle from Season of the Chosen, which has not been updated since its launch. The Taipan 4FR from Season of the Plunder, and the Doomed Petitioner from Season of the Wish. None of these weapons got revamps, and they all have particularly lackluster rolls when it comes to damage. So we will be using the Mistral Lift from the Dawning, which is a 3 burst, so we'll have that to test against as well. I will be making all of the testing on these weapons as fair as possible, so same amount of surges, same weapon stat. I'm even running the 4-piece Spire of the Watcher set for the high noon damage bonus. I do have to talk about the artifact, of course. We will be using the Tablet of Ruin for particle reconstruction, which is a must-have for any sort of fusion rifle rotation, due to the awesome damage increase and the often forgotten part that fills the linear from reserves while shooting a target. We will be using that along with Volatile Marksman, so our linears can get volatile rounds while damaging the boss with precision hits, and Malign Harvest, where after applying volatile, our linear will weaken the target and provide us with an overshield. So first, the Mistral Lift. I tested a bunch of rolls on this thing before I started this video, so I know going into it I was going to run the combo of Envious Arsenal and Bait and Switch. It's not a perfect roll because of the battery/coils, but neither is my eyes unveiled, so we'll take what we can get. One thing to note about this weapon is that it gets the Viced Stinger origin trait, so while you are emptying the mag, there is a chance for the weapon to throw in an extra round or two, basically in RNG fueled rewind rounds. Still a very good origin perk for DPS scenarios. In the sake of keeping both of the DPS tests around the same numbers as a baseline, I will be doing the rotation for elemental honing, despite this weapon not having that perk. So with that full rotation, you can see it hits just shy of 90k, albeit this is without a well or tractor. Now, because this is a 3 burst linear, it has the benefit of stacking up particle reconstruction a lot faster than a normal linear. So if we opted to get rid of the fusion rifle in exchange for a higher DPS swap weapon, like this Wilder Flight that matches its surge, we may be able to squeeze out a bit more damage. So let's do it once again, this time with the new rotation strat. So it's slightly better, doing a little over 2k more than the other rotation, which makes sense because we're really only getting to shoot Wilderflight twice before we run out of ammo in the linear, and the ramp up for particle reconstruct isn't as instant anymore. So now that we have some numbers to go off of, let's move over to Eyes Unveiled. Before I even talk about the roll, I want to talk about the frame. Just for being a 1 burst precision frame standard run-of-the-mill linear, this thing gets plus 10 reserves, which is going to increase total damage no matter what. The best combo you can get on this thing, rolls-wise, is 4 times the charm and elemental honing. Thanks to enhanced backup mag, it's very easy to get 6 in the mag to keep 4 times the charm happy enough to let us shoot 10 shots. But the real draw here is the origin trait, which I tested in my god roll guide video, but essentially it boils down to a very free 7% damage buff on the linear, along with a very sizable buff to reload and handling, which are both quite nice to have in the long run. So let's jump straight into our testing. I will be using the same fusion rifle I used with Mistral Lift to proc particle faster. I mean, yeah, that's just nutty, dude. I didn't even have elemental honing procced for the second half of that damage phase, and this thing still hits for 60k more than Mistral Lift. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's not even close enough for me to switch up my build and maybe have the two linears be closer. This is just better by far. For the sake of seeing what I could push the DPS to, I had my buddy hop on with Well and Tractor to really try and take this to the max. So, quote, taking it to the max is basically 200k here if I hit all my shots. And honestly, we could push it a lot further if I optimize my kit for a second elemental honing times 5 proc, because this thing has so much ammo and can DPS for so long that it needs 2 full times 5 procs to stay dealing damage all the way through. Especially if you optimized super a bit more and actually had an exotic on that helps with damage in some way, shape, or form, since I'm just running legendary armor through all of this. So in conclusion, I was very wrong about this gun. It is very, very good, and the origin trait makes it even better than any other linear with the same perk combo of 4 times and elemental honing. Honestly, it probably makes it better than any other linear out there, save for Storm Chaser, which is just in a league of its own, what with how easy gear shift is, plus how quickly you can build bolt charge with Titan Barricade being a 3 burst and everything. And also the artifact that has particle reconstruct, the Tablet of Ruin, also buffs bolt charge like crazy, so I can't even make the argument about getting the volatile rounds on precision hits, just because, you know, Storm Chaser gets the bolt charge and that's arguably just better. That being said, it also has 10 less ammo in reserves, so it might be close for a total damage scenario. But if you haven't farmed Pit yet, or you don't have a reason to, absolutely jump in there and grind one out. Pause, because it is worth your while. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped, you decide to farm for something, give me a subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment, share to your friends so now they know, they're informed. You guys can have the team role, do better damage. Also join the Discord. We talk about stuff all the time. Keep an eye out for more videos than usual over these next couple days. I'm really trying to catch up with the update while stuff is still relevant. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. I will see you in a week, if not sooner. Goodbye.